Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a luxury beauty haul. I picked up, it's all makeup, so I figured I would do a tutorial with it. That's why my foundation and brows are done, but nothing else. And there was a bunch of stuff that I had seen and I picked up a while ago, and I kind of compiled. I picked up bits and pieces here and there, and then I figured I'd compile it all in one video and give you my thoughts on everything. Most of it is all kind of summery, bronzy stuff, and I definitely have some thoughts. I have some thoughts on everything, and some things really surprised me, and then some things didn't surprise me. So I started with my foundation. I used the Dior Backstage foundation. I mixed two colors, 0N and 1N. Then my Too Faced Born This Way concealer underneath, and then my Hourglass brow pencil. All right, so I'm going to throw on my Urban Decay Primer Potion here. And then for the eyes, this really surprised me actually, because I don't love a ton of Chanel stuff. I love some things here and there, but I loved this. This is the new, what is it called? Le Beige eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. The colors, the only thing is there are not enough like really light colors for my taste. I prefer a few more light colors. There's just a lot of browns, which for me are like crease colors or liner colors, but I like it enough. And it really, really impressed me. I don't always love the formula of Chanel eyeshadows, but this I really did. So I'm gonna use this lightest shade over here for the lid. I'm gonna start with that color on the lid. And it's just a beautiful formula. Very, very creamy. A hint of shimmer. Oh, it is the most, I wish they would sell this shade. I don't even know if they sell this shade. I wish they would sell this shade alone. If any of you know if this is a permanent shade, let me know. It is the exact perfect, like peachy, pinky champagne color, and the shimmer to it is very creamy. It just spreads right on. There's no fallout. There's no chunkiness to it. It is a very just refined, elegant shimmer. So I just throw that all over the lid, and then I'm going to, some on my brushes here, see what, and then I'm going to do probably a mix of this taupe shade here in the middle, and then the one right next to the shimmer shade. So a little bit mix of those two, and I'm going to just go into the crease a little bit with that. I mean, the thing is, this is a gorgeous everyday palette. You can really do a lot with this palette. You could just do the shimmer on the eyes. You could really, take it up a notch. You could do crease color, you could do liner color, you could do a smoky eye with all the browns. I was very, very impressed with this palette. The formula of the shadows is perfection. If every single Chanel powder shadow blended like this, that's all I would ever use. I mean, I've tried some here and there, and I do like some, but then I'll try others and I'm like, oh, I don't like this as much. So it's kind of, I'm always hit or miss with them. And that's why I don't review a ton of their stuff on my channel and on my blog, is because I'm always like, it looks nice, but I always steer myself away because I would say a majority of the time I'm not in love with it for the price. In fact, I have another Chanel item here that I was like, no, this is not for me. So I'm going to keep just blending back and forth into the crease, creating a little bit of definition. It's just the best eyeshadow. Like, it's just the best everyday eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to keep doing that, and we'll come back and move on to mascara. I'm going to do the Marc Jacobs eyelash primer. And after I finish that, I'm going to go with the Lancome Monsieur Big. Talked before, I love this eyelash primer. It adds some volume, some thickness, some length And I don't like to wait for it to dry fully. I find that if I wait for it to dry fully, it gets too hard and then I'm really struggling to get my mascara on top of it. I like to kind of go back in right away with my mascara over top, and I find that that's, for me, the best way to use it and get the best results. So I'm going to go back in with my Lancome Monsieur Big. As you can see, the eyeshadow is just, it's just such a great everyday eye. Like, it looks a little defined, the shimmer on the lid, and then the just very subtle neutral browns in the crease. This is a good palette. All right, let me finish up my mascara, and then we'll get on to all the other products that I purchased, because I got some cheek products and some lip products. That was the only eye product. Oh, wait, no. Okay, let me finish up my mascara, and I'll show you the other eye product that I got that wasn't a win. Mascara is done. The other eyeshadow that I purchased, I am like with Chanel, I'm, love some things, don't love some things. I'm also like that with Tom Ford. I've tried some of his cream shadows before, which I like. I purchased the Emotion Proof Eye Color in Gigolo. And it's this gorgeous kind of bronzy gold. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's online, I wasn't really sure, but it's so orange, and it's so dark. The shimmer is nice. However, when you put it on the lid, the shimmer disappears to nothing. Like, I was putting it on my lid and I was like, where's the shimmer gone? It was completely disappeared. You know when you use certain eyeshadows or liquid or cream eyeshadows and they're gorgeous, you swatch them, they're shimmery and beautiful, then you put them on the lid and the shimmer disappears? That's what happened with this. And the color was all wrong, the shimmer was gone, it just was not a win. Chanel was a huge win. If you are a Chanel fan or you've been looking at that particular palette, I highly recommend getting. It's sold out a lot of places. I will link all the places that I can find it that's still available. But the Tom Ford was, no, definitely not a hit for me. Put that aside. Next, another Chanel product that I was intrigued to try is the highlighting powder in White Opal. And I was curious. I said opal, so I thought to myself, it's probably going to have some opalescence to it, which is okay. It's very pink. Very pink. In fact, on the cheeks, it's like crazy pink on me. I don't even know if it's showing up that pink on camera, but in person, I will put it on in a second on my cheeks. It's very pink, and it looked strange as a highlighter. It looked like I had just like a pink highlighter, which wasn't that flattering. And I was really disappointed because, like I said, I assumed there was going to be some iridescent quality to it because it said opal, but it just is too pink for me. And some people like that look to it. I am not a fan. I picked up two bronzers, so I'm going to do the highlighter after I do the bronzer. I got the La Mer bronzer, which I used to love one of the other La Mer bronzers from years ago. I'm sure if you've been following me for a while, you remember me talking about it. And it has 3 different shades, and this one is a shimmer shade up there. Then I also picked up the Dior Mineral Nude Bronze in Wild Earth. Okay. I had high hopes for Dior because I love Dior. Dior is one of the high-end brands that most of their stuff works for me. I just absolutely adore their products. This was very, very orange. Very orange. So I'm going to put it on my cheeks, and it was, compared to my Fenty, no, doesn't even come close. I'll do 1 and 1. I know, it's like I want you to be able to see both on my face, so I'm going to do the Dior on this side. It's just it may not look very orange on camera, but in person, for me, it's too orange. And I was like, it's not what I'm looking for. I thought it was going to be a little more golden compared, like I said, to my Fenty. No, my Fenty blows this out of the water. So this is the La Mer. And the La Mer is, it's not as smooth as I prefer. The shimmer is nice. It adds a bit of a pinky shimmer to it. It's a little more brown than the Dior. It's so hard to tell, especially on camera. It's so hard to tell the difference in bronzers, let's say, but this is so much more orange than the La Mer. The La Mer is much more brown, and it looks, in person, it looks a little more muddy on me. And it's not as smooth. It just doesn't, I found that it was a little, it would kind of, sorry, my hair is like stuck to my mouth. It would kind of stick. Even if I put powder on my cheeks, it wasn't as smooth of a formula as I had hoped. Once again, like I said, Fenty bronzer blows both of these out of the water. And that really surprised me. Like I said, I really loved the La Mer from years ago. But this, like I said, very brown on me and just not as smooth. So I'm going to apply the Chanel highlight. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be, whoa, it is pink. It's pink and it's not as, it doesn't glide. It almost like, I have a hard time blending it. It kind of just sticks. And I don't know. I don't like that. I put it on and like by the middle of the day, I was like, what is it? My cheeks look awful. And if you have oily skin, this is not the highlighter for you. This is for someone with very dry skin that never gets shiny. Sorry, there's a hair on my face. That never gets shiny. This is not for you. Hoping that you can see how pink it is. It's a strange, I mean, it's opalescent, but it's extremely opalescent, and on me, that's not the kind of highlighter that I like. I know, I'm really kind of like batting 1 in 1,000 here. I really love that Chanel eyeshadow palette. It's absolutely fantastic. I think, however, that the Dior bronzer, the formula is nice. It's what I know from Dior. It is very smooth and it's very finely milled. The color is just a hint too orange for me. I wanted it to be a little less orange. And if it was a little less orange, I probably would have kept it because it has a little more of a shimmer in it. Wait, no. Yeah, it has more of a shimmer than the Fenty, which is kind of like a nice, just have a little bit more of a radiant glow, but it was just too orange. And the La Mer, it was too brown and it was really sticking on my cheeks. Do I sound like a Goldilocks and Three Bears? This one's too brown, this one's too orange. And I just, you know, especially if it's a luxury product and it's something that's a little bit pricier, or maybe a little bit pickier on what I'm looking for. But lip-wise, I found a lip color that I adore. Adore. The By Terry Lip Expert Shine. I got the color, I'm hoping this looks good on camera because in person, it's beautiful. In baby beige, and it's a brownie nude. Almost like that 90s lip, kind of. It has a very like brownish, almost gray nude. It's not very pink, not very coral, which is not a me color, but I loved it. And I don't know how it's going to look on camera, but in person, it's the most beautiful lip color. I put it on and the whole day I just was loving it. It's very creamy. It's very smooth. It's very high shine. Your hair will get stuck to it simply because it is a wet formula, but it is not sticky in the least. Also, the color is it's not very pigmented, so you will need to reapply like a million times. But if you don't want a pinky nude or a coral nude, you want more of a brown, kind of like has like a slight purplish gray undertone, which sounds like, ew, gross, but it's not. Obviously, as you can see, it's not gray. But if you're not pink or coral, this could be a gorgeous option. Or you could layer it over maybe one of your more pinker or nude lip liners and you just want to tone down whatever lip liner you're using. This is the perfect color to tone things down. And I didn't get into matte colors. I wanted to just test out the shine, and I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. I also got 2 Chanel Longwear lip crayons. Let me see here. And formula-wise, they're stunning. But the colors, Chanel doesn't really do good nudes. Does anyone else feel that way? I don't really feel that their nudes are ever what I reach for. They do good reds, but I always feel like their nudes are very like rosewoodish. In fact, one of these colors is called rosewood. This is au naturel, and the formula, however, it's stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So if you like this color and you want a little more oomph to your everyday lip, this formula and color is gorgeous. This is called Au Naturel, which on me and my skin tone is clearly not that natural. It is really a strong, it's almost like a brickish color formula. It's creamy, smooth, with a little bit of shine. Your lips stay moisturized. It doesn't last. It says long wear lip crayon. I didn't find it last ton, like all day long, but I did need to touch up like once or twice. However, for being, I didn't think it was going to be super long wearing just because it's not matte. I don't feel like adhering to my lips, but the color, not really a fan, but the formula, it's beautiful. I highly recommend trying these and finding a color that you like. This could be, a color for you. It's not for me. It's almost too fallish as well, which I wasn't digging. I don't tend to go for those more browny rosewood colors. And this next one I believe is called rosewood, warm rosewood. And it's, once again, too dark for me. I just wish online it looked more nude, but it's just too dark. However, I still think I stand behind the formula and the color for someone that wants more of a rosewood color. I feel like a lot of people their idea of a nude is more this color, because when I used to work behind the counter, women would come up all the time and say, I'm looking for a nude lipstick for every day. And everyone's definition of that is different. My definition of a nude is more like the by Terry color, and some women's definition of a nude is this color. And because to them, this is nude compared to like a red or a much bolder, darker color, to me, this is a lot of color. So I think that also plays into things like how you think of a nude and also how you want your makeup to look. Some women don't maybe wear a lot of eye makeup and they want an everyday lip color with a little more oomph, I call it, because they need everything to kind of be pulled together with their lip color. Formula, yep. Highly recommend trying these. And both the colors are beautiful, and I think they would really look great on a lot of different skin tones. Just not my favorite. Well, I don't know, it's beginning to grow on me a little bit, but I like that. Maybe let me try layering the by Terry over top and see what it does. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Can you believe that? I didn't try that yet. That's kind of interesting. That's not bad. I'm kind of liking that a little bit. It toned down a little bit of the red. Still a little bit too bold for me, but wow. That's a good combo. I actually like it with the eyes. Obviously my cheeks are they don't look too different, but I don't love the color on my cheeks, but the eyes, the Chanel palette, yes, yes. That Tom Ford shadow, oof. No, thank you. And that's it. That was all of my luxury beauty hauls. Like I said, I picked things up here and there. So I was like, let me compile it all and put it in one video, show you, do a tutorial with it so you can see it in action. And hope you found this helpful and helped you maybe make some decisions on things that you were looking at, or introduce you to some things that you hadn't heard about yet or were looking to try. I will link everything I talked about down below. Like I said, I'm going to try to find all the sites that are carrying that Chanel palette. Because I said, I think it was sold out at Nordstrom. Chanel still had it, and I had to look around. And I'll put that all down in the description box below, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.